Hi guys, normally I do all my videos in Swedish, but since I didn't really find any information about this build, even though it's a very popular build, I thought I might do this in English as well, because everyone in Sweden speaks English, so it's easy to us to understand, but it's hard for you if I do it in Swedish. So I'm gonna go through this build. It's a new build. I had it I got it about a month ago. I've shot about 500 rounds. I've competed once with it, which I won. Was very happy for that. But it's a foundation stock, impact action, and it's hardly a unique build. But due to that, I'm still surprised that there isn't so much information about it. So I'm gonna go through the build first, which components I choose. Then I'm gonna go through it again and describe why I picked the specific components for this build. So if we start from the start, muzzle brake. I got a custom muzzle brake that a friend of mine is right now prototype testing, so can't talk about that too much, but as you can see, it got 8 ports, and also it got 6 ports heading upwards. So it's about, I'm testing this one out right now, gonna get more information about that. Barrel, it's a Bartlein barrel with a gain twist, starts with 7.5 and ends with 7. Moving on to the stock, yeah, as you guessed, foundation stock. It's the Centurion one. Got the Anarchy rail made of brass. It's a real solid and good weight on, because this stock is quite heavy in the back. Also, which you can't see here, but I'm gonna get some picture of it here, is I got an internal weight system, because it's like honeycomb pattern here that you can fill with metal or brass or any material you want, depending on the weights. So got that one. It's chambered in 6BR. On top we got the Zero Compromise 5 to 27 with the new reticle, or new, been out for a while, but when I ordered it, it was new. 3X, super happy about this. Got my Zero Compromise rings as well, with a top Picatinny rail, and on the side here, which you can't really see, but built-in bubble level, which you can put in and put out when you want to use it. Impact precision action 737R. We got the Triggertech Diamond trigger, single stage, running classic mags with primal rights inserts for 6BR. Works very good for me. And we got the WeBad cheek piece in the back. So that's all the components in my build. So why did I pick it? I started looking at foundation stocks and impact action for about 2 years ago. I was running a custom, not custom, well, it went custom Tikka build. Before that, the only thing left on the Tikka was, well, the Tikka action. Not even the bolt or anything else was Tikka anymore. So I saw this, and I mean, it's gorgeous piece for stock. In my eyes, you can't find a better looking rifle than this. I was a chassis guy before, and then I realized that I think, and this is my personal opinion, is it's too bulky for me. I like this, the stocks, when it's a bit more compact. You got all the weight distributed in the middle. You get a really nice stable platform to rest on your bag. So it wasn't really a hard decision on the foundation. The problem is to get the foundation to Sweden, especially now COVID and everything. So, but my gunsmith took care of that without a problem. So I knew that the foundation was the one I wanted, and as well the Centurion, because it has a really nice forend here, which is wide. It's about 6.6 centimeters. And before I had this, I was a chassis guy, as I said, and most of the chassis run with the Arca rail system, and it's not wider than Arca rail, so it's about 4.4 centimeters, I think. So in this, I gain an additional 2 centimeters just for the forend, and it does a really big difference in stability if you put it in a bag. So that's why the Centurion. Also, I got very small hands, so the Centurion has much closer and a vertical grip to the trigger. The impact action, yeah, I got a friend who has impact. He has been running it for about a year, and yeah, it felt magic. So my choice was between a bat or impact. And in Sweden, a bat is about 8,000 more. That's about $800 more. So yeah, it was a price thing as well. But the impact feels so good. So I don't know if I'm gonna feel a difference. Of course, it's different because it's more expensive, but I'm really happy with the impact. My scope, I bought my scope a little bit earlier than I got this build, and yeah, what can I say? I ran an Athlon optics before this, but I was very happy about the Athlon. I can't complain too much about that, but when you get something in this class, you can't say, oh, it's not worth the money. Bad weather conditions. Last match I shot was, we had the sun directly in our eyes, and the coating on this one really helped out for a match. You can, yeah, I don't need to speak more about this, and I also like the reticle. It was a very good reticle, if I can put it up here. So really happy about the zero compromise. It's really zero compromise. Going forward, the barrel, Bartlein barrel in 6BR. I knew I wanted a 6BR, so why not a dash or anything? Well, I like the speed of 6BR. I like to get my loads for PRS around 820, 30, something around that. And I like the BR because I can go and buy factory ammo in Sweden. If I don't have time for a competition, I can just order factory ammo that I know will work great. Running the Norma 6DL bullets, 105s, moly coated, these black little ones. The game twist was not my option, I have to say that. That was like a bonus from my gunsmith. But now when I shot it, I get great groups, and yeah, I'm hooked to the game twist now. Muzzle brake, can't go in too much on that one since it's still in testing mode, but I really like when you have the ports that going up as well. Helps you get the gun down, and it's easy to stay on target. Not that it's too much of a recoil when you're shooting a 6BR with a chassis weighing about 9.7 kilos, so it's a bit of weighty. Yeah, it's a little bit heavy, but still manageable. Back here, yeah, I started with the Weebad cheek piece for about 2 years ago. Can't be without them. It gets really nice for your cheek. Also, one of the benefits I found or find about this one is it helps remove some of your pulse or heartbeat rating, heart rating, how to say it in English, but if you're just with the cheek on top of something hard as the stock, I find it sometimes that you can see your heartbeat through the optics, through your cheek, with the cheekbones and all the nerves and everything here. So it helps reduce some of that, and it feels great. Magazines, I just asked everyone who's shooting BR, hey, I don't want feeding issues, what should I choose? Primal rights inserts, yeah. So that's what I picked. I got my magazines open up to the right dimensions, and it feeds perfectly. I never had an issue. So that's a big or easy tour of my custom rifle. And as I said before, I went from a custom Tikka build to this, and people ask, is it worth it? This is like, yeah, maybe 3 times the money if you remove this. And yeah, I can't say no. I mean, the Tikka is a hunting rifle. It performs great. It's a great start, because in the beginning it's not you as a shooter, let me rephrase that. It's not the rifle that's the problem when you start to compete. It's the shooter, and you can become great with a Tikka. Most of the people here in Sweden already have a Tikka that they're hunting with, so it's a great start to build on something. But when you shot maybe about 3,000-4,000 and you need to change a barrel, the cost of everything, maybe you should think about getting a custom action at least right away when you're about to change barrel. Because if you start modifying a Tikka too much, you will end up with like half the money for a custom rifle, and the second or the aftermarket value for everything has dropped quite much. But if you don't know that you're going to like get hooked on this directly, yeah, sure, go ahead, shoot a Tikka. You will, or the money is an issue, you can become great with a Tikka. I know a lot of guys that compete and are great with Tikkas. I competed with Tikkas. I won several matches. I know other people that won several matches with the Tikka. So it's a great start with the Tikka. But when you know and you want to compete at the highest level that you can, this will help you eliminate the little errors or mistakes that maybe a Tikka will produce. So yeah, on my last match, I think this one maybe got me 1 or 2 points extra, no question about it. So yeah, it's worth it, and it feels everything, because the action feels perfect. It's not sloppy at all. I mean, a hunting rifle is designed to get dirt and shit inside it and still function. This is a precision action. You have no slop at all. It runs perfect. The scope, yeah, it's made for competition or very high demands in your hunt. So yeah, you get it best here. Bartlein barrels, yeah, I don't need to talk about those. I mean, they have a great track record. Foundation stocks, that's a personal question. If you are a chassis guy or stock guy, I have become a stock guy. I love it. I love the feeling, compact, easy to like reach everything, and yeah, feels great. Oh, I forgot to mention, also running the sky pods. I don't have them on right now. In Sweden, there's not much of matches where you go prone anymore, so I don't even mount them. But I got sky pods. So that's enough for me about my custom build. If you have any question about it, or going to custom builds or Tikka builds, hey, feel free to ask.